I've got to I forgot to take the cover on my phone off. I'm still learning. There we go. I don't need these anymore. Hey, Bobby. Bobby, did you email me and I not get back to you? I felt like I got a message from you. I didn't answer. I drink too much soda. Sorry, guys. Getting some out of the back of the car. Okay. Sniffles is eating right now. Cool. Hey Emma, tell Mom I'm heading out now. I forgot to give her a call, but okay. Sometimes I just forget. So sorry about that. That sounds good. That's what I would call it. I call it North Latitude Palms. That'd be cool. It's weird. I'm looking at going forward. Jesus. Why does it look like I'm a lot closer than so many things need to be tinkered with on this car? Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with calling it that. I would just call it something that people would like recognize, like they'd identify with. I mean, that's just me. But you know, the best part about YouTube is you can call it whatever you want. Some people might think, oh, the Palm Fiend. That sounds like kind of like, oh, he must be some sort of drug addict or something because he's a fiend. But it's actually kind of chilly out. It's only 70 degrees at 7:55. Usually it's 80, so it's going to be a little bit cool tonight. I'm going to look at another bike. Oh, you saw a blue fan palm. Hey, Pineapple, I noticed you sent me stuff on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram yet. I don't go on every day, so you know I didn't forget about that. Or Canada palms or anything like that. Something that'll catch, like someone might type like a Google search palms in Canada and then your YouTube channel will come up. You know, I almost want to change my palm channel because the types in fiending for palms, you know, search. So hey Emma, are you still watching? Let me know because I need to let you know about a thing or two, if so. Okay, I've got enough gas to get home, I think. I got some mangoes for you. And then, oh man, this thing's starting to... Hello. Yeah, I have some mangoes for you. Hey James, what's up? Yay, I know. I got them from the same place I got them last time, so hopefully they're good. Come on, I gotta adjust the. No, I don't want to stop streaming. The problem is it continues to tilt over. There we go. That hopefully will work. It can. I mean, if you have a very generic, not generic, but very general name, Calamera. I don't know what that means. That's something. I know it's something. Of course, it's something. Yeah, because cactus in general are used to being stressed out in habitat. So there's some fast-growing cacti, but what is it? This guy next to me is like, "Hey, Simon, I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Easter." Yeah, no, I know that. You're not trying to. I'm not trying to become famous either. That's okay. Sniffles will always go for the food, so he has to learn to not be scared. Okay, sweet. I'm glad they are. I'm hoping I can get more this coming season. This road is. I always drive. You guys see me drive down this road all the time. It's just so boring because of the neighborhoods are all gated. It's just a 4-lane road kind of going through nowhere. So I'm going to look at this bike. I might have to stop and look at my GPS because I need to remember exactly which it's one of these places. It's a trailer. It's a trailer park, which sounds bad, but it's not like a. It's like more of a resort trailer, mobile home park. Trailer parks are, in Florida or the U.S., there's like mobile home communities, which are like usually senior living, 55 and up, and then you have like trailer parks, which are usually like just the hood. So, like Trailer Park Boys in Canada, America. I'm going to look at a 81 Honda Goldwing, the interstate version, which is like, it has all the. Yeah, it's a pretty funny show. I've only seen a few dozen episodes because I just didn't really watch a whole lot of TV, and I'm not your typical. Oh, come on. Hey, Emma, can you tell Mom to that I'm busy at the moment? Are you still? I did watch that. I watched a lot of it. There's some really good memes that came from it. I'm trying to remember what I did watch like in the 2000s. I watched Orange County Choppers. I watched Lost. I watched. Geez, what else? I'm trying to remember. I was gonna make another vlog about the. I found a perfect place to do the Chinese fan versus Sable Palmetto here. It's easier here because there's more Chinese fans here in Venice. But I'll find one. I figured, I'll find one in the Cape. I just got to go to an older part of town. They don't really plant Chinese fans in new parts of Florida anymore, unless it's like a really cold, sensitive area because they're cold hardy. So this vlog is actually going to be in 2 parts. I didn't get a chance, Zach. Went out to lunch, and then I took a nap. Then I went to go see my mom. So I haven't really been on my phone very much. I saw that you sent it to me, but this one guy's holding up all the traffic here. This is the part. This is where I get a little bit nervous because people will always try and pull out in double yellows, but you just kind of hope for the best. My vlog gone terribly wrong. As long as there's no death or nudity in it, then I'm okay with it. You can see this. They just tore out that forest to build more ridiculous houses. I know that feeling, Bob. I've stayed up at night either dealing poker or playing poker, drinking like 3 or 4 Red Bulls. A chain broke. I really want to roast these gated communities. Bang energy. I probably drank energy drinks till like a couple years ago. I think I drank them up until like maybe a year. I still would drink them once in a while up to a year ago, and then the most caffeine I drink now is like diet soda. Yeah, that's like that would make me like so anxious I wouldn't be able to. But I'll drink some regular coffee every now and then. There used to be an energy drink called cocaine, but they took it off the market because where they reduced the caffeine content in it. The real I would drink Monsters because they were just like, there are different flavors. There's like an iced tea flavor. There's non-carbonated flavors. I found like other stuff like Amp and Rockstar, it tastes like too much like medicine. But now I just drink coffee or diet soda. Hallelujah. Shiv. I think Red Bull's a little bit too expensive compared to the other drinks, but it does seem to taste better. I like their lime, sugar-free lime, their sugar-free acai. Yeah, it's energy drink talk. Zach, probably before your time, but there used to be stuff called Hydroxycut, and it was basically, it was like meth in a can. It was disguised as a weight loss supplement. And there's a Ford Escort wagon for sale. Not that I need an old Ford Escort wagon, but Lassie. Huh. I think I've heard of that, but I've never seen it in a store. Do you guys know where Red Bull is from without Googling it? Do you guys know where the recipe is from, more or less? And do you know where it's made today? Lassie. Okay. Huh. I'll see if anyone can guess without looking it up. I'll give it like a minute or two. No, not England, no. Homemade, okay. That's why I like to brew my own, coffee. My dad sends me 2 pound bags of coffee randomly in the mail. I don't even know. Like I'll get these packages, they're not from my dad's address or anything, and then it's like Thai highly caffeinated Thai coffee. I've never seen coffee grown in Florida. I don't think it do very well. It likes higher altitude. Hey, Dylan. Oh, nice. Yeah, that coma you get afterwards. I know that feeling. Anyway, so Red Bull originally. That's cool, pineapple. Daryl, my dad lives in Vermont. He's from New Hampshire, but he lives in Vermont now. Like right in the middle of Vermont. Anyway, so Red Bull was the formula was made in Thailand, the original recipe. Then a gentleman, I forget where he's from. I don't know if he's from Europe or the U.S., but he saw people drinking it, and he knew that it was a good drink, but it had to be adjusted in order to in order to market it to Westerners. So he adjusted the recipe, and it was out, I think, in the late '80s. It was originally designed in the early '80s, but in the late '80s in Western Europe and the U.S. And now, if you look on the back of a Red Bull can, depending on what kind you buy, it says either made in Austria or made in Switzerland, which makes me feel better about drinking it, because I know it's made in a country with stringent laws about like food. Like the main thing, when something says made in Switzerland, yeah, the coca plant, which won't grow here either. It grows in the same climate as coffee. In fact, that's why people in Colombia and areas like that where cocaine grows, they try to grow other products like coffee, bananas. But the problem, the thing is, they get 10 times the money for growing cocaine, and the government was going to subsidize their growing efforts, and they just ended up never doing it. So they went back to growing coca in Colombia, Peru, Bolivia. Then they chop it down. They're like, well, you didn't give us any money, so we had no choice. Okay. Yeah, it's a little pricey for all you can eat, but still, I mean, it's better than like $100, I guess. Why am I getting tailgated? Yeah, and they probably bring it through Colombia and Venezuela, but I had a yeah, I mean that essentially it's a substitute sort of for coffee. It's, you can chew on the leaves, it gets a stimulant. So is betel nut, which is actually a palm fruit. You can cut the fruit out, chew on it. It rots your teeth out within a couple of years, so I don't recommend that. But yeah, I've never tried any variants of the coca leaf. Oh, you never know. I mean, Saturday night before Easter, so Dylan, anything can happen. I just gotta check my messenger here. Okay. I have a friend who's recommending ways to catch sniffles. I gotta. Okay. Sounds good. Bobby, I would do the seaweed because the fish is kind of like smellier. That's the only reason I would do it, though. It really doesn't matter unless one of them has they have the same kind of nutrients in it. I'm trying to think if you can eat any palm fronds. I mean, I'm sure you can eat them if you had to, but it's like eating grass. I mean, they're basically are like large blades of grass. So I haven't heard of anyone. You know, they're usually made. They're usually picked. You know, cut for making things. I still have a coconut palm straw hat a guy in Key West made for me. Very torch thing to do, but I think I paid like 10 or 15 bucks for it. Oh, he used a coconut leaflet to measure my head. He's like, come back in like half an hour. He's like, I just need a $5 deposit in case, you know, you don't come back. And I was like, all right. So I gave him $5. I mean, he was obviously like a craftsman at it. And it fit me perfect. It still fits me. It's kind of like rugged, I guess. It's more for show. That guy was good. I mean, he should sell them on eBay or on Amazon. I mean, they're solid. You can make so many things out of palms. It's just people just don't even realize so many things that you buy in the store have either palm sugar, palm oil, palm wax, parts of palm, coconuts. You know, all that stuff. All those products come from palms. Yeah, it wasn't that warm today. In fact, the middle of the day, we were eating outside in downtown Venice with my mom, my sister, and Alan, her boyfriend. And it was only it was probably like 76 or so, but it was really windy. It's supposed to get down to about 59 tonight, which is nice. I mean, at least the AC isn't going to be blasting all night. This guy looks like he knows what he's doing here. Yeah, you'd be surprised how much palm oil and, you know, in Southeast Asia, you know, almost all cooking is done with some form of, either it's palm sugar, palm oil. A lot of their like sauces are made with palm sugar. A lot of their curries. I believe coffee is originally from South America. Yeah, Bob, I don't know if you were watching the same guy as I was, but there's actually a YouTuber. His name is Indigo Traveler, one of the best YouTubers I've ever seen. His name is Nick. He's from New Zealand, and he's traveling around Iran right now. And he actually ate palm heart, tried it out, and I mean, it's kind of cool to see him travel to different tropical areas. That was him, yeah. Super cool guy to watch. You know, he's in Iran, right? Or he was in Iran. He was in Ethiopia, Bangladesh, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan. I mean, that guy really. I mean, he's you know, he's not from the U.S., so he can get away with a few other countries that, you know, like I don't know about an American doing that would be welcomed as much. So. A 9/11 movie? Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, it seems like there's some places I think there's some misconceptions. I think Iran is one of them. I think that they actually like meeting new people. I think that there's a little bit of propaganda going on. I think Iraq would be a rough place because, you know, we occupied Iraq, but Iran we didn't. So, Dominican salad. La Llorona. I have not heard of that. What was everybody's favorite horror movie? Are these Hindi words you're using, Zach? Just came out. The Nun. I'm trying to think about, like, there's certain, like, most horror movies don't really bother me. Strangers was actually really good. It wasn't that scary, but I like the suspense in movies like that. I didn't mind Paranormal Activity. Okay. Yeah, Insidious and The Grudge, I never watched, but like I thought The Ring was pretty good. The Shining was pretty good, although it's a little more old school. But yeah, The Conjuring, definitely a good movie. I like more suspenseful. Why do I get screwed like that? I feel like no, that's hey Bob. There are so many varieties of coconuts that their names are just made up. Really, when it comes down to coconuts, there's like four different, five different varieties. You have a tall, a dwarf, a yellow, a red type. You know, then you have the spicate types like the red spicata, yellow spicata. I mean, there's probably more than four or five, but like people say like Tahitian dwarf or these or they just make up names and they're really just hybrids of other varieties. They're not stable and there's no way to verify any of them. It's just people's you ever read spicata. I don't know if you guys watch Jeopardy, but have you guys seen this James Holzhauer guy? He's got a special and I get screwed again with another red light. What the F? They're probably the tall variety. Most coconuts from the store are going to be talls. Dwarfs tend to be more of a. I'll tell you this: talls tend to be more of an Atlantic area variety, and dwarfs are more Pacific thing. Because the islands in the Pacific are not as large in general. This is what I think. So they tend to have to dwarf out in order to save. They can't grow too tall because there's not enough nutrients, so they dwarf out. That's my opinion over generations. I'm not saying that's fact, but. I've seen dwarf coconuts that are 15 feet of wood. I mean, they've got to be ancient, but I'm gonna when I go to this guy's place, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if I can look it up real quick here. Dude, no lights. There we go. Got it. I got it. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec here. Number 62. Okay. Go. Got a guy crossing. Yeah, right where the cops are. Fucking speed, dude. Yeah, plastic palms make me feel like I'm an industrial complex. It doesn't allow any aeration. The only thing plastic grass is good for is like indoor applications. If you're, or sports, I guess. Yeah, the tallest one I've seen is probably about 55 feet, 55 feet in Miami. Around here, I've probably seen some 40 footers. But the difference between a 40 and 55 footer can be like, a couple of decades. I never get any calls except for when I'm live. Oh man. Yeah, you can do that, but the problem is you need a flatbed. So if you get a flatbed rental, you're looking at like a minimum of like $1,000 just for the rental, not including the installation, which is going to require a crane, which is another $500 to $1,000, and all the bracing. You're looking at like $2,000 just to plant it for one plant. I mean, you might as well buy. You would want to buy like 10 at a time to maximize your value there, but. I got 46 miles left in my gas tank. Oh, this is one of those Airstream interstates, is it? These are really nice if that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it says. That's like a $200,000 motorhome right there. You would never think it because it's a van, but sorry guys, I don't see everything. I'm just trying to. Here it's kind of a pick your own lane situation. Yeah, I mean, I think your best bet is to get. I mean, the thing is you want to get a tall coconut, but when those coconuts fall, man, they hit hard. I mean, they'll dent cars. They will knock you out cold or worse. Man, that's a nice RV. Just. RIP windshields. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've had a buddy who had like a perfect condition first generation M3 in Miami. Coconut falls on it, hits the C pillar. It's like ridiculous amount of money to fix. Coconut right of the palm. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, I mean, a 30-footer, man, you have to understand those things weigh a couple pounds. So imagine like a 2-foot dumbbell dropping from 30 feet. You want that to hit you in the head or hit your pet or your car. Even Royal Fronds, they're not as dangerous because they have their weight distributed, throughout. But so I'm about like 10 or 12 minutes, I think, out from this guy's place. I'm gonna try and keep it running. I don't think I'm gonna stay here too long. Do you guys want me to keep the stream rolling while I'm there? Do you guys want me to do that? Is that $2.59 for gas? Good, it's going down then. I should have gone there and gotten gas, honestly. It's all right. passing on those ugly Bismarcks. Yeah, coconuts, big coconuts are fun to look at from a distance. When you're like staring at them, like looking up and you see these large nuts like way up in the tree, and you see one fall down 5 feet away from you and like dent the ground. Same thing goes for like queen palm flower bracts. The peduncular bract it's kind of like this spiky canoe shape, and I've seen them drop from like 20 feet, land and pierce the ground like 2 feet. Those things are dangerous. I mean, they can stab you. They're not I mean, it's not like often that someone gets hit by them, but oh, that sucks, Zach. Bronze Maypan. I think it's just kind of it's one of those things that it's just a hybrid of two types, like a red spicata and a Maypan. They look cool. Yeah, it's actually the coconut water, Zach. The milk is actually from pressing the meat, and the cream is actually from like processing it further to extract the cream. What's going on here? Some kind of, doesn't look good. The pharmacy? There's cops at the pharmacy, and then I didn't see any sort of accident, so maybe it's off the main road. Okay. I just didn't know if you guys had, I mean, there's some pretty dangerous plants. Like I had a succulent from South Africa. It's called or Namibia. It's called Oncorina grandidieri. It had some beautiful flowers on it, and it had this cool trunk that would like form like a ponytail. You know, like a ponytail tree or palm, as you guys know it more commonly. It would like grow around like this. It was like an L-shaped trunk. And then it flowered and it produced seed, and the seeds were like these there was like a starfish, but like with barbs on them. And if you could step on them, or you like they could just blow in the wind and catch you. It's like a four sided fish hook. It ripped my finger open. The most dangerous things ever. You had to like cut off the like extract the pollen so they wouldn't form any seeds. It was so freaking dangerous. Yeah, that's why when you come to Florida or Hawaii, in a lot of the public areas, either don't plant coconuts, or if they have planted them, they trim off the immature ones. That's why it's so hard for me to often find coconuts. Like I have them just laying around, but yeah, there's some tall ones in West Palm. There's some tall ones like in Boca Grande. The problem is they would be taller, but lethal yelling killed like so many coconuts in the 70s and 80s that they just aren't where they used to be. Oh, I'm going to be a little bit late. I didn't realize I was going to be this late. Why am I going to be so late? I don't get that. Get your food. Is that what you call it now? King coconut. There's some varieties, but I just don't. After seeing some people try and advertise stuff as like, oh, it's this dwarf. It has nothing to do with the size of the nut. The nut doesn't mean anything when it comes to dwarf or tall. Queen palm seeds can vary greatly. Ninja star plant, yeah, basically, with barbs on it. Did my coconut end up making it? It's coming through, and I don't know if I wasn't giving it enough water or too much, because it floods, in the summer. I don't know. I might, if it doesn't really get going, I might dig it up and put it in a pot and just kind of see what happens. Here's that condo going up. The problem is this land is so low lying. You know, in a hurricane like Hurricane Charlie, these things are going to get destroyed. But 268, I should have gotten gas at 259. That's all right. I got to be somewhere anyway. I should fertilize it. You're right. I don't know if that how much that will help, but it shouldn't hurt. So. You guys want a classic Florida story? I went for lunch today. I got a bacon blue cheeseburger. I asked for it medium rare. It comes and I bite into it, and like the first part's really juicy, then the middle's like, I mean, it's all well done. And I asked the server, I'm like, you do realize I said, you know, it isn't medium rare, but it's still pretty good. She like gave me this look like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you, like, it looks medium rare to me. I'm like, no, this isn't even close to medium rare. It's like 5 minutes off being medium rare. And this isn't like I mean, this is a pretty decent place to eat. You know, I mean, you charge $13 for a burger. You should be able to get it the temperature you want it. But anyway, that's what happens when you go to touristy places. I mean, it's not that touristy, but it's not a locals place. So the bike I'm looking at is going to be just on the edge of town here, heading towards Cape Coral. I'm not that familiar with the area, so I mean, I'm sorry, I am familiar with the area. I'm not familiar with the resort park. I may not be able to see very much because there may not be many lights, but I'll keep it running. Yeah, exactly, Dylan. You could chop them in half and scoop them out. I mean, they're not going to taste the same as coconuts, but essentially, they're miniature coconut. They're closely related, and they've actually successfully hybridized the two. So, to give you an idea of just same thing with butias. You can crack them open and eat them as well. Got 41 miles. I should be fine to Cape Coral. I will be fine. I've only got about 20 miles till Cape, so come on. These lights. This is a big road. Go. I guess I'll be there just about on time. Sorry guys, I didn't see. Yeah, I have some time release stuff. I should just go ahead and just throw it on and everything now that it's starting to rain. And okay, sounds good, Bobby. Totally understand. Sounds like a good movie. Yeah, that's the thing is, if you look at how Florida was settled, North Florida was settled first. South Florida really wasn't even like looked at, except for the Keys, which were, really considered more part of the Caribbean than they were part of, the rest of the U.S., even though they were part of the U.S. And then, places like Tampa, St. Pete, Miami were founded, and areas like Cape Coral weren't found until later on because they were less desirable. They were swampy, and they just weren't meant for human habitation unless you improved it. And Port Charlotte is like that too. In Northport, pretty much most of Charlotte County. I mean, no offense, just it's a low-lying area. I mean, so is where I live isn't much better. But there are parts of St. Pete that are 45 feet above sea level. I don't have any sprinklers at my house, Dylan. I hand water. I don't water the grass because I think it's a waste of water. Actually, you know what? I might have to cut out the stream because I have to call Ashley, and I also have to. I might have to use my phone as a flashlight. So if you guys are okay with me coming back on stream after, in like, 10, 15 minutes afterward, we'll just see what happens. I'll leave the phone here, and if I have to come back in and get it, then I might have to cut the stream out. Kind of have to play it by ear. Passing all these gas stations when I have it. Oh, nice. Yeah. They'll special order stuff for you? Oh, thanks, Paul. Happy Easter to you as well. Does anyone know, normally in the US, when they hand you palm fronds for Palm Sunday, what species of palm they come from? There's one major one, there's one main one, and there's also one that uses a backup. They're not queens or dates, they're a palmate palm. That would be the right thing to do, Zach, is use a dactylifera, because that's what they probably used back in the day. Those are the most common palms. All right, so I'm about a minute from this guy. So this guy's backing up. Look at this. What's going on here? Look at this guy backing up. Oh, he backed it. It's actually one. Sable palmetto is one of them. The main one is actually Serenoa. All right, so I gotta find this. I'm gonna turn in right past here. Maybe it differs, but the ones that I'm used to getting. Okay, so I gotta find. I might have to go. Where is this turn-in? All right, guys, I might have to get off here because I might have to get a hold of this guy. Is this 10101? I hope so. All right. I gotta get. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get off for a little bit because I need to use my GPS and my phone. I'll be back in a second. I'll be back in like 15 minutes.